The Minnesota Sentencing Guidelines Commission is proposing a significant reduction in sentences for some of the most serious drug offenders. For example, the new sentence guidelines would include first-degree drug offenders, people that are caught with drug amounts that clearly show their intent is to sell harmful narcotics. Now, their sentences under this new plan would go from roughly 86 months in prison to 65 months, and in some cases, all the way down to even 48 months in prison. Now, this at least according to the Minnesota County Attorneys Association. So with us tonight to talk about this in more detail is criminal defense attorney Bruce Ringstum Jr. First off, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. Maybe set the tone for people so they have a better understanding in Minnesota, number one, what a first-degree drug offense is, and then why are you a proponent of lowering these sentences?
Sure. In Minnesota, a first-degree drug crime would be either selling probably about 10 grams worth of what we would think of as a hard drug, cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, things like that.
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but is 10 grams like scarf race on the table kind of stuff? Or, I mean, I'm not really...
Well, the County Attorneys Association seems to think so. 10 grams for a chronic, hardcore drug user might actually be an amount for extended personal use, a week and a half to 2 weeks. So one of the reasons I'm in favor of adjusting the sentencing guidelines is because I think that the amounts they have are too excessive, that they don't actually indicate someone is a kingpin drug dealer, that more often they're either a mid-level or a low-level drug dealer, or they're simply buying and selling from other junkies like themselves.
But if someone's using 10 grams of whatever the substance you just mentioned, I mean, obviously they're selling at some level, because if you're going to be doing that much, you got to obviously be able to feed your addiction, correct?
Drug addiction does drive other kinds of crime. I mean, if we look at burglaries, quite often they are perpetuated by drug-addicted people. The issue is, are we getting the best taxpayer bang for the buck? $41,000 per inmate per year is what the Minnesota Department of Corrections spent on every single prison inmate. That's 5 years ago. We know if someone is convicted of murder or a serious sexual offense or something like that, that person should be in prison if for no other reason than it protects public safety. But are we actually getting $41,000 worth of public safety protection by putting someone in prison who is little more than a junkie selling to other junkies?
Yeah, but you just told me that oftentimes it's burglary. I'm going to share with you what Moorhead Chief of Police Ebinger said a while back at a Moorhead West Fargo Chamber event. He had this to say during the conversation about crime: where you have drugs, you have guns, and you have cash. So in my opinion, if you're talking about $41,000 to give me added safety, maybe that's a good investment.
Sure. There is a point of diminishing marginal returns that we have actually long since hit. You can lock up every single person convicted of any crime and effectively create a police state and improve total safety. But at some point, we have incurred a cost to our taxpayers that is so high that we're not getting sufficient benefit to justify it. And I believe that we've gone beyond that already. I think there are better ways to use this money to protect public safety.
And so what would that be specifically? Because again, you're talking about burglary. I see guns and cash. I go, hey, you know what? If that's the case with what we're talking about here, maybe those people should be locked up until obviously they're either rehabilitated or something to that effect. So what would you propose?
Well, in the instance when somebody's actually using a gun in the commission of a crime, they're not going to be protected by these new sentencing guidelines. That person is probably going to prison for a long time. What I'm suggesting is if someone is caught with a comparatively large amount of controlled substance, and it is clear that either they're not selling it or they're selling it to other low-level addicts like themselves, we are going to get better public safety and better bang for our buck by keeping that person in the community, by probably putting them in jail, but also putting them on probation. And in doing so, we will actually reduce our costs and improve safety, because drug addicts that go to prison very often come out untreated addicts.
I think addiction is one thing, but you just mentioned obviously selling. And I got to be frank with you, when I hear you going, hey, even though this guy's selling to low-level drug addicts or low-level drug users, that still obviously is an impact and a cost. You talked about cost. That's a cost to our community. So why is it good to put this person back on the streets if he's out selling drugs?
If law enforcement catches the next Scarface, what they need to do is turn that evidence over to the U.S. Attorney's Office for a possible federal indictment, so that person can go to prison for the rest of his natural life. If they catch someone selling a small amount of methamphetamine to someone who is just as drug-addled as he himself is, are we actually improving our safety to the tune of $41,000 a year by putting him in prison? I submit that the evidence proves that people that go through probation, that have intensive treatment, and they get immediate sanctions, meaning if you get a dirty drug test, you go to jail for a week. That kind of treatment for peaceable drug addicts, peaceable offenders, is a much more effective use of taxpayer dollars.
So initially you mentioned 10 grams, I believe, of coke. Is there like another level where you go, okay, that person definitely needs to be thrown in jail for a long time? Is that 50 grams? Is that?
Well, a pure possession charge in Minnesota would require possessing 25 grams of methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin, something like that. And that is a comparatively large amount of controlled substance. But still, if they're charged with possession alone, we have to ask, why are they possessing this material? And if a county attorney, if a prosecutor has evidence that they're involved, they have firearms, or they're actually involved in mid to high level selling, they're going to charge them with other things. Minnesota, like North Dakota, they can always turn a case over to the U.S. Attorney's Office and really bring the pressure if they need to, and they probably should.
Bruce, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time being here and helping kind of lay this out. I want to let people know, I believe it's December 23rd, if we can bring this up, please. The Sentencing Commission is going to actually have a public hearing. So if you want to give them feedback on saying, yes, I'm a proponent of lowering these sentences, or hey, you know what, I think these people should be locked up for the full 86 months, you can contact them at this phone number and or email them there and share obviously your point of view, or just contact your local state representative and or senator. Thank you very much, Bruce. We appreciate it very, very much, your time.
Thank you.
Stay with us when we come back. We're going to get to your points of view. As always, you can join our conversation. Text us, email us. We're going to hear what you have to say right after this.